Hey guys, this is OddOneGaming. This is going to be another Dragonheir Selling Gods video. In today's video, I'm going to show you my Heretical Ruins team for stage 12, and it's a pretty fun one because it's pretty much a speed run and we're just like 13 days in the season. So you're definitely going to be enjoying this one, so let's check it out. Now, as always, before I jump in the video, I do want to mention that if you want to support me as a content creator, you can use code OddOne that you see over there at the top. You can find information in game. If you go to the events tab, all the way to the bottom, there's going to be one saying bonus event, link to a creator. You're going to get instantly some free rewards. And then also come and DM me on Discord, and I can give you some more promo codes to get some Warm Auto, Heal Light, Starlight, and you know, all of that cool stuff. And also, like, if you do decide pretty much how it works, if you decide to spend in the game, I get 2% off of what you spent on, but I never encourage people to spend, you know, just full transparency over there. But let's check out the team, because honestly, I'm really excited about this team because of the fact that it uses a legendary or a team that I wanted to have, but a legendary that I wanted to have for a long while, and that's going to be Beldel, right? She's so amazing that it just blasts this boss. It's pretty much my Vortex team, my current Temporal Vortex team, that just does it, you know, pretty well. The only thing that I changed a little bit are the timings for this one for one specific person, because, you know, you kind of have to be able to survive a little bit the boss, as it does a pretty good amount of damage. But you're gonna see, I kill it in under a minute. You see this blast happens, and boom, I just do the cleanse with Gillian, which, you know what, Gillian, everybody gets her. We all get Gillian for free, and she's gonna be perfect. I'm really excited that I can show this team without using Mithrasia, right? Because Mithrasia being a premium legendary, there's not too many people that have her, so it's a lot harder to do. Whereas this one, if you just target somebody like a Beldel on her banner, like I did, you can get her. Obviously, you know, the I5 Zorak and Inspire 2 Sheena, they're not mandatory, right? You saw the team survives, killed it in 40 seconds. Could have still survived a little bit more to kill the boss, but it's pretty easy to do. It's not perfect even. You see that I'm not down with talents, as you see at the bottom. And just, you know, Veloci is another good one that helps because she has an amazing kit. Her kit's just awesome. But at the end of the day, this team is far from being perfect, far from being ideal, and far from being complete, right? Because look at this, I only have like a few levels in the Elemental Affinity for the 5-man synergy. This is the cool thing. This team has 5-man synergy, and I kind of focused on the damage reduction. This allows me to be able to take those hits from the boss. And apart from that, you know, just, you know, easy support in Gillian. That's kind of like the MVP when it comes to support in this fight. And then obviously Beldel has the damage. But let's look at the timing. So for the timings, you're going to see I let them be pretty much full YOLO. Just made sure that Sheena and Zorak go first. Then Beldel, after defense penalty and all the buffs are up. Then you're going to see Felocia, she does whatever. She can do her skills whenever she wants. It works just fine. The only one that's really important is Gillian. After the boss does the ultimate, which is at 24, I make her do the ult so she can heal, remove those burns, and then put defense up. So it allows us to survive. You see over here 24.2. Now I do want to mention, if you're going to do a different variation of this team, keep in mind and be careful with frost teams, because when you land several frosts, you can land frozen on the boss and it can slow down the rotation. Same thing if you land recharge speed penalty, right? Keep in mind, if you deviate a little bit from the boss's skill timings, make sure you take that into account if you're using Gillian to cleanse after. But this was pretty straightforward, pretty cool, and pretty explosive, I guess, right? We're just exploding them. But let's have a look at the build. So we're going to start off, as always, with talents. We're going to see this is what I had for Felocia. I didn't quite finish it. I'm going to finish it a little bit later. I want to save these up for my damage dealers. Then Gillian, I just went down the middle part, and then I chose this one because I tried to, you know, make it work. I did not exactly see if it works. In Vortex, it's currently bugged, or at least not working as intended, but for this fight, it's, you know, it still helps in that to have more healing in case we take more damage. Sheena, I just started, didn't finish, but pretty much you try and copy something similar to Beldel for the talents. Same thing for Zorak. That should be kind of the way to go. Now, let's look at the builds. Obviously, everybody's going to be fully skilled up, as you're going to see over here, right? So everybody fully skilled up, because, you know, you want those timings to be reduced. You want them to do their skills at the right time. That's pretty important. Now, when it comes to builds, Velocia, again, it's not completely done. I would, prefer to have a legendary rune over here, a legendary rune over here, some other mythic gear, but this is what I have, and it works just fine. For Velocia, you just want to give her Aurelion Vest, then you want to give her the Puppeteer's Inspiration because it's her plus 3 other Ice Blasts that she's going to boost the ultimate energy for, which means they're going to do their skills more often, at least the ultimate, right? And apart from that, Velocia is mostly focused on Enlightenment, right? Because all of her stats just give target max HP and Enlightenment, target max HP and Enlightenment. That's what the shields scale off of. So the more Enlightenment she has, the bigger the shield she can cast. Then if we move over to Gillian, Gillian is going to be in an Ancestral Protection, so she soaks up most of the damage. Then again, Enlightenment, some defense percent with Enlightenment, pretty much as much Enlightenment as you can get her with Survivability, because again, her healing scale off of Enlightenment. It's, there's a reason Enlightenment's kind of like the #1 stat in this game. It's a quirky stat, but it's really cool the way that they implemented it. I personally like it. Then for Artifact, I went the Solar King's Horn. You don't necessarily need this. You can go with Gatekeeper Staff, whatever you feel like it's gonna help. But Gatekeeper Staff would not really help, as you will not fully heal them after the boss does the ult, so maybe something like this, or Everlasting Diamond or any other artifact that boosts your healing is going to help. Then if you look at Sheena, she will be obviously the Witch's Remains, because when she casts her ultimate, she hits 12 times. And every single time she hits, there's a chance she lands the defense penalty, so if she doesn't land it on the first or second, the next 10 ones, she's definitely gonna land it if you have enough accuracy. Mostly focused on accuracy for her. Then some crit rate, crit damage attack. I gave her the Emissary's Whisper as well, so we boost the damage that the rest of our team, specifically Beldel, does every time she lands the debuff. That's why you saw the rotation of them going first and then Beldel after. So that's kind of the way you go. And then I also gave her a crit rate glove in the Strike the Unprepared, so she can do a bit of damage herself. Then if you look at Zorak, Zorak is going to be in a Brotherhood Spirit, then with a damage build. Keep in mind, Zorak was changed, doesn't need Enlightenment anymore, so just go crit rate, crit damage, and attack. Then again, I gave her a crit rate glove in Strike the Unprepared, and I gave in the Silver Star Horseshoe. The reason for that is I don't have Beldel's exclusive artifact, so she has to wear the Blooms of Prina, but if you have Beldel's artifact, then just give Blooms of Prina to Zorak and you're good to go. And then if we're looking at Bedel, the MVP, the queen, the amazing damage dealer. I just love how awesome she is for damage. She's gonna be mostly mythic pieces of gear. Like I mentioned with Blooms of Prina, if you have her exclusive, go with that. But then for Chestplate, I gave her Imposing Presence. This should work just fine because you have a shielder in Velocia, so she should be at max HP most of the time. For Glove, obviously a Strike the Unprepared. I gave her a crit damage one with with a little bit of crit rate. This triple accuracy doesn't help me much, but you know what? It's what I had as a crit damage and it works just fine. For the weapon, I went with Chaos Symbiosis. This one's far from good. I mean, quad flat defense doesn't help me much. Honestly, ideally, it would be a Blood Shade Mark, because this one, I think, can give more attack as far as, like, I theorized at least for this. It can give you a little bit more attack, so this would be ideal if you had with as much crit rate, crit damage, and attack percent as well. And then, obviously, you want to make sure you have a Fearless Challenge. Again, keep in mind the top pieces and bottom pieces can be swapped around depending on what you have the best one, as in, you can have Strike the Unprepared chest and then put Imposing Presence on the glove. And then same thing, you can have the Fearless Challenge weapon, and then you can put with Blood Mark helmet, depending on what you have best, right? But that's pretty much it, right? That's the team. It's a really fun one. I'm really excited about it. I'm happy that I managed to do it. Last season, it was a bit more difficult. Took me a while before I got to stage 12. So the fact that I can get on this season to already farm stage 12 of what's it called? The Heretical Ruins, it's pretty good considering the fact that I am let's see how many days I am in. I think it's day 13. Wait, where's the daily login? Oh, at the bottom. 14, yeah. So we're 2 weeks in, and I'm excited I can do this, right? Because it's a pretty massive progress compared to last time. I think I did it 1 month in. But that pretty much covers it. Keep an eye on the channel if you're somebody that's like, more free to play. You don't have that many options for legendaries, because I'm gonna make a video on my Grave of Venom Stage 20 team that is using pretty much free-to-play heroes and mostly free-to-obtain. I mean, everything's free-to-obtain, but free heroes and then pretty relatable artifacts, and I can beat Stage 20 pretty consistently. But we're gonna leave it at this for today. Thank you for watching. As always, if you do enjoy my content, don't forget to like the video, subscribe to the channel to see when I upload next. Don't forget you can support me and get some free stuff by using code OddOne, and I'm gonna see you on the next one. Peace, love, take care, everyone. Bye, guys.